We all know the drill. Mondays and Fridays, one video. So we're doing today Thomas and Friends Trouble with Weed. So let's go.
Fred is a narrow-gauge diesel engine who works in the yards of the Scarlevy Railway at Cravensgate.
Take the dogs out.
Sometimes he would be lazy and let the other engines do his work for him by saying that his engine was bad. This made the other engines cross, but Fred didn't care.
There we go.
Once a year, either he or Rusty would take a weed-killing tanker across the railway to prevent weeds from growing onto the line. The thing controller would usually ask Fred to take it, but Fred would often say, "Love to, sir, but my engine isn't feeling good today." Sorry. Well, all right, sighed the thing controller. He then turned to Rusty. "Rusty, I understand, sir," sighed Rusty, and he rolled away.
Oh, you are such a jerk.
Rusty doesn't like the time spent dawdling with the tanker, but he knew it was an important job. He was always very cross at how often Fred got himself out of pulling it. He's always faking it. Honestly, that engine doesn't know the meaning of hard work. One year he'll be sorry.
Oh, sorry, I would skip you the intro because I don't want to get copyright claim.
The thing controller was there too. "This does sound bad, Rusty. You'll have to go to the works." "But sir," coughed Rusty, "what about the weed killer? Surely you want me to take it. I will have to get Fred to do it whether his engine is feeling well or not. Anyway, it is what it is," he sighed. So the arrangements were made, and Rusty was sent to the works. "Don't worry, my friend. Your engine will be as good as new." "Thanks, Victor," replied Rusty happily. As the sun came up for another day, Fred rolled into the yards.
Hey, dogs, I appreciate it, but I'm getting ready for class here.
Later, the thing controller came to see him. "Fred, since Rusty is away at the works, you'll have to take the weed killer wagon today." "Oh, I would love to, sir, but let me guess, your engine is not feeling well?" "I've had it with your rubbish this time, Fred. You are not ill." "Now I want you to—" "I'm not ill, sir. The weed killer wagon is missing." "Did you say missing?" "Yes, sir." "Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Is everything all right, sir?" "No, everything is not all right. The weed killer is an important asset to this railway. We needed to clear weeds away from the tracks so the engines can run on time with their trains. Oh dear, what to do, what to do?"
You
He then
jerk.
gathered his engines at the sheds and told them the news. "Who in their right mind would do that?" said Duncan crossly. The other engines agreed with him. "I understand. We will investigate the matter, but right now I want you all to do your jobs." So that's what the other engines did. Fred, however, didn't seem to care one bit. "I don't get what the hubbub is. It's only weeds. What harm could they do?"
You
The Scarlevy Railway is
jerk.
one of the most beautiful and scenic places on the island of Sodor, and people flock to the little railway to see the view.
If an engine ends up
Every
in an
year,
accident,
workmen
it's his
clear the line
fault.
so people can see the view when they travel. But with the weed killer wagon missing, the thing controller told the workmen to cut the weeds using their equipment. But that would take them a very long time. Fred was told to take them to where they needed to go, and while the workmen were doing their best to cut the weeds, Fred dozed to sleep. Brilliant, he thought. Since the weed killer wagon is missing, I get to doze off while the workmen work. While Fred was pleased as punch about his luxury, there was trouble on his way back to Providence Gates.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear! He shouted.
Hang on, guys. Sorry, guys, I'm back.
Oh dear! He shouted. You know, I can't help but think that Fred is the one responsible for the week
Wait, is it going?
boy missing. I saw him earlier looking quite pleased after the thing controller's announcement. You do make a good point. He's always the one that gets Rusty to do it every year, and the thing controller was rather skeptical about his engine trouble this morning too. You think maybe he shunted it deep into Then the thing controller walked out. What's this about Fred and the weed killer? Then Scarlowy explained his suspicions.
What?
Meanwhile, Fred's driver was trying his best to get Fred out of his sticky situation. But try as he might, Fred was stuck. He felt very embarrassed.
Fred's own fault.
Oh, I think I deserve this for hiding that weed killer. You hid the wagon away? Where? Fred explained how he hid it in the shed so he could try and get out of working with it. Well, we better get you out of here so we can tell Mr. Percival. So they did. In no time at all, some of the weeds were cleared, and Fred and his train rolled towards Providence
He's in
Gates.
trouble now. Fred is in trouble. Fred is in trouble. Wow, he just sounded like a kid doing that. Really? What am I doing? What am I doing?
The workman then told him about the accident and then went towards Fred. Fred, is there something you'd like to say to the thing controller? I'm sorry, sir, for hiding the weed killer away. So, Scarlowy's suspicions were right. I should have known it too. Where is it, Fred? In the goods shed, sir. I can't say that I'm surprised, Fred, but I will say that you owe these workmen an apology for making them work without the weed killer. Since your accident was caused by weeds, I hope this makes you realize why it's important. Yes, sir. I do, sir. Well then, you are to take the weed killer first thing tomorrow morning. Fred apologized to the workmen, and they accepted it from him. And so Fred began work with the tanker behind him moving very slowly. He didn't like it one bit, but he knew that the thing controller would be cross with him if he was lazing around.
Serves him right.
A few days later, Rusty returned from the works feeling bright as rain. The engines were glad to see him back. So, what did I miss? He asked. And Scarlowy told him about Fred. Really? He gasped. He did, chuckled Scarlowy. Well then, I guess he now knows what hard work means, chuckled Rusty.
I doubt that. Alright everybody, I'll see you all in the next video. This is K-Bear 101 signing out. Adios everybody.